Here we go again. There is a new hot term in the town of AI, and that term is called loop engineering. In this video, I'm going to talk about what a loop engineering is, but more importantly, I'm going to talk about why people want you to loop around. Sometime back, Boris Cherny from Anthropic, widely considered as the creator of Claude Code, coined a term called loop engineering. After that, it was all over the internet. You know what? Sometimes you should ignore the noise on the internet and listen to highly technical and experienced people like me. No, I am not blowing my own horn. I have nothing to gain or lose from this video. And while creating this video, I am worried only and only about the topic, unlike many others who has to worry about click to view ratio, whether people are going to like it or not, whether my current or future sponsors will be happy with this video or not. I don't have any such constraints. So if this sounds convincing, then and only then you watch this video completely. Now coming back to the noise that is there on internet, one of the most popular phrase of internet in terms of AI is that the previous big thing is dead, the future is next big thing. I mean, if you just write on YouTube like prompt engineering, loop engineering, you will see lots of videos saying that prompt engineering is dead, loop engineering is the new future. I'm showing you the screenshot from my search results. You may get slightly different search results, but you will definitely get prompt engineering is dead, loop engineering is the new thing. I mean, it becomes so predictable in last 2 3 years that people don't even have to think about creating a clickbaits, and they always kill previous big things before going to the next big thing. But since it gathered lots of views, so fair enough. Let's talk about loop engineering. So to explain you loop engineering, let me talk about prompt engineering for a moment. With prompting, what we used to do is that we used to tell LLM, look, LLM, this is what I want to do. You help me in doing that or do it for me. Okay. Most often than not, your conversation with LLM will not complete in one cycle, one interaction, especially if you are really doing something production grade, something important, something which you want to show it to someone else. You keep on talking to LLM, ask LLM to optimize, verify, change, and give you back the results. Okay. Now, with loop engineering, this conversation has been taken away. The prompt conversation between individuals like you and me and the LLM is taken away, and this will be done by an agentic system or an AI agent. So, we will not be directly interacting with LLMs. What instead we will be doing is that we'll be creating a purpose, the purpose for which we are interacting with LLM, and the AI agent will take that purpose and will talk to LLM on our behalf till the time that purpose is achieved. And most of the time, to clearly explain our purpose, we create exit criterias or success criterias. So the AI agent will talk to LLM, LLM will do the work as instructed, then the AI agent will verify the work based on our purpose or success or exit criteria. If the success or exit criteria is achieved, loop is closed, otherwise the loop continues. So in here, you are just specifying your purpose, success, exit criteria, and you are not at all involved after that. And this is what precisely it's called as loop engineering. Now, I'm not sure about adding the suffix engineering to something as simple as loop, but it sounds cool, so let it be. Now, the most important thing you need to consider is purpose. Now, many people, when they talk about loop engineering, they will call the purpose as success criteria, exit criteria, fulfillment criteria, spec criteria, or many other name, but all of them are derived from a purpose of using the LLM or getting some work done by the LLM. That's why I'm broadly categorizing them as a purpose. You have to specify your purpose. Purpose could be your business specification, your functional specification, what you want to do with the LLM, what you want to implement, all the test cases that has to be passed, all the bugs that need to be fixed. All those things can be considered as purpose, and your AI agent will loop through that purpose till the time that purpose is achieved. So basically, the control of interacting with LLM has been taken away from you, and you are happy. The AI agents may be taking lots of loops, then will be taking lots of tokens. AI companies are happy. So pretty much everyone is happy, just that the billing part you need to take care about, and it's important part. Now let's come back to one of the most important question. Why you are being asked to loop around like this? Why loop engineering? Now, first of all, irrespective of what people on the internet are saying with all those clickbaits, prompt engineering is not dead. No, not at all. In fact, it has actually grown to become a kind of sophisticated thing to explain lot of things to the LLM. For example, your system level instructions, your system prompts, your skill instructions, all the Claude and other agent skills you build, building the guardrails or enforcing security, categorizing the work, selection of a preferred way of doing things, all those things are part of prompt engineering itself. And this prompt engineering is actually used by AI agents to achieve your purpose, whatever you ask the agents to do as part of your loop engineering. So it's not dead, it's not disappeared. If you outsource your work, work doesn't disappear, someone else is doing instead of you. So, no, prompt engineering is not dead, and it will not be dead till the language of communication remains the human language of communication. So, just wanted to clarify this thing before going to the most important part, why loops? Now, there is an old saying that well begin is half done. All of you must have heard about this saying from your parents, mentors, teachers, or maybe in movies and stories. Well begin is half done. But this statement was true only and only for humans. This statement is not true for AIs. For AIs, well begin is mostly deceptive in nature. When you use your AI, your LLM, it's just like playing snakes and ladders. With the roll of a dice, you may go towards your destination, or with another roll of a dice, you will come down drastically. You are building your stuff, you are about to complete the work, but one single prompt will bring you down to the beginning level. So these kind of interaction happens when you use prompt engineering or direct interaction with LLM using your prompts. I have experienced this, and if you are someone who has ever created anything of production grade, you must have experienced this too. And that's why working directly with large language models creates lots of irritation and frustration. And all the tech CEOs whose billions are at stake do not want you to either get frustrated or share the same in social media in public, because that will impact the bottom line, right? Because you are talking in prompt, you are getting frustrated, things are not getting done, you are revising again and again. Instead, you be happy without writing any prompt, just ask the purpose and ask AI agent to do it with a kind of belief that sooner or later, remember, sooner or later, after lots of iteration, should be able to build what you want rather than bugging you after each and every output. This is why they want you to loop around. So nobody tells you this reason, but I know this is the reason because, as I told you in the beginning, been there, done that. Now, while talking about loop engineering, I have to talk about some of the big names of the industry. One name I would like to take of Andrew Ng. He's such a big name in the industry of AI and all this GPT and others that I am even scared to talk about him. Really scared. But he recently shared a post on X where he said that, we can do loop engineering, and he has shared three key loops. One is agentic coding loop, second is developer feedback loop, third is external feedback loop. So basically, agentic coding loop looks into your specification and does the work. Developer feedback loop looks into the completed work in the previous loop and see whether it is aligning with the developer vision or not. And third loop is external feedback loop, where external feedback is received and that may contribute back to the developer vision, that may contribute back to the changing in a specification, and that's where again agentic coding loop will come into picture. Now I'm going to give you the link to this X article in the description, but does it make sense? Of course it does. Theoretically everything makes sense. If it works for someone, even for Andrew Ng, great, amazing. Okay, but before taking into these kind of advices, please consider a few things. Consider this external feedback loop. What if external feedback says that your design should be minimalistic, your colors are too bright, you should be red, right? You should not have this functionality. What will happen with those feedback? Will it directly go and build things as per the feedback? There is no human in the loop concept here. Right? So there are lots of things that need to be taken care of before getting into these kind of things. And many of you might be thinking that who am I to question Andrew Ng, the great, the gods of AI? Well, I am a human with some gray matters that is still working in his head. And in this age of AI, I am really done considering my tech heroes as gods. Okay, they are not, they are mortal human beings. They can also make mistakes. I am doubling down on this, especially after one of my most favorite personality, Geoffrey Hinton, said in an interview that AI is conscious. They are conscious beings. Large language models are conscious beings. This statement shocked me to my core. And I have also created a mathematical video stating why Geoffrey Hinton is wrong. Okay, you can go ahead and see that. So take these things with a pinch of salt, understand before jumping directly into this. So, what is a loop engineering? It's just a wrapper. It may be a big thing today, called as a big thing today because it create a buzzword for next 6 to 7 months, but I'm sure this is not gonna be the last. I'm sure next buzz will come when this particular buzz is stop giving the desired results, and looking at the history of past 3 years or so, looks like it's gonna happen sooner than later. So let's see how this thing goes and let's wait for the loop engineering is dead. The next thing is whatever that comes later. I'm sure this video was useful to all of you. Thank you all. Thanks for watching. We will meet again. Until the next time we meet, good day, goodbye. You take care.